Since prehistory, men have sought to communicate with each other to create social bonds. With the development of writing in 3300 BC, men can exchange information and structure a social organization. By 8th century BC, in what is today the country of Lebanon, the prosperous Phoenician civilization developed an alphabet regarded as the precursor of all Western alphabets.
The invention of the alphabet is one of the greatest innovations in how human communication was made possible. Obviously, writing had been known to previous civilization, but it's only when the Phoenicians came up with what is considered the first alphabetical system that writing and then reading became more and more accessible to larger groups of people.
It's impossible to assign an exact date, but the earliest surviving Phoenician inscription is the Ahiram Epitaph at Byblos. It could be around 10,000 years old. In this close-up view, do the letters of the Phoenician alphabet seem oddly familiar? It's because this ancient alphabet was the forerunner of the Latin alphabet, which in essence we still use today. Once this new alphabet was available, communication was quicker. The bandwidth had changed with this new user-friendly alphabet. And so, the written language really began to take off. The Greeks chose to adapt the alphabet and use it to express themselves in miraculous ways. Examples include the great tomes and the canons of ancient Greek writings, the great tales, the Odyssey and the Iliad by Homer, the writings of Plato, Aristotle, and many more like them. But in their early life, even great texts, such as the Iliad and the Odyssey, started out exclusively oral. In fact, no one knows for sure if Homer was a historical individual or a conceptual person. Anyway, we owe to the poet the first two works of Western literature.
Another author I find particularly relevant for the impact it had with his work is Herodotus. He is considered the father of history because his work represents a full account of the Persian Wars.
Epics or historical tales are not the only forms of literature the Greeks invented. Wishing to distract people, they built arenas to present works of theater. The dramas performed by the Greeks in arenas such as these has withstood the test of time. The magnificence of the arenas and their locations show how important the theater was to the Greeks. Those slanting limestone seats made for a great, low-tech acoustic sound system. The great figures of Greek drama, Antigone, Oedipus Rex, Prometheus, Medea, were a 50-50 split between men and women. Such an egalitarian approach demonstrates another way in which the Greeks may have been ahead of their time. The contribution of ancient Greece to the science of writing is incontestable. Epic, tragedy, comedy, historical narrative, and of course philosophy, the Greeks invented almost everything. Even today, our authors are still their heirs.